Hey, what's happening, viewers? It's me, the Guy01. Welcome to this week's first episode on the Walkthrough channel. This week, it's the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, against the former honorary use, Sami Zayn. This is kind of a weird one. We didn't really have many birthdays this week. We actually only had one. We had Big Show's birthday this week. On February 8th, he turned 51. But Big Show's not in this game because he's with AEW. And I couldn't really think of, if I was to download a custom Big Show, I couldn't think of a match to do with him. So instead, I decided to do a match with two people who are kind of in the spotlight in WWE right now, and two people who, in the fans' eyes, are actually kind of competing for who should be the one to basically dethrone Roman Reigns as WWE champion. Because there's a lot of people pushing for Zayn to be the one who actually beats him at WrestleMania. And of course there's not going to be any music. Wow, amazing. Huh, it's funny how they say dream. That's funny. That's a funny coincidence. Yeah, this is a older Cody Rhodes custom wrestler. It's not the most updated one. I think this was actually made before Cody returned to WWE, or right after he returned last year. Because I think it's been almost a year since he's returned. But yeah, this is his WrestleMania 37 attire. Oh no, it would be 38 because this year will be 39, right? Yeah, 39. And once again, it's funny how outdated Zayn is now. I mean, this is when he still had his shorter hair. So, before we get into this, talking about these two and Raw and SmackDown, I first want to talk about 2K23. Ow. Ooh. Ooh. Whoop, boom. I'm sorry, it's not gonna be quiet. I'm just listening to the commentary. It's funny. Ooh. Here we go. Bam. So yeah, talk about 2K23. Um, I'm actually kind of interested to see like what the whole showcase thing is going to be, because we talked about this a bit last week or maybe 2 weeks ago, basically about how there's going to be a good chunk of John Cena's career that they won't be able to cover in this game because so many of like his rivals are now in AEW. I mean, you look like the whole CM Punk feud, can't cover that. Can't cover the whole Daniel Bryan feud. WrestleMania 25, the triple threat where he won the where he won the World Championship. Can't do cover that because the match involves Big Show. So it's like it's weird. Like, there's not really a ton of people. Like, I'm trying to think of how many feuds they can really cover of John Cena. I mean, there's, Kurt Angle, Edge, Randy Orton, Triple H, and then that's really all I can think. I mean, maybe Seth Rollins, that kind of thing. But with this new commercial for it, this new ad for it, it's actually kind of interesting because it actually looks like you won't be playing as John Cena. At least from how I interpret it, it looks like you'll actually be playing as people who beat John Cena, which will be interesting to see because, like, one of the recurring things is like these is like the tagline is like, these people were able to beat John Cena. Do you have what it takes to beat John Cena? And it shows some of the matches it showed were him versus Rob Van Dam at ECW One Night Stand, which is a match that Rob Van Dam won. There were a couple others where it showed like moments of matches that Cena actually lost. So that'll actually be kind of interesting to see if you actually play as Cena or you're playing as like all the other people, like, and instead of it all being matches where Cena won, which is normally how these showcases work. It's matches that the person like the showcase is covering wins. So it'll be interesting to see if they swap that for this one. Ooh. Yeah, so moving on to, Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes. Cody obviously won the Royal Rumble, so he's gained the main event spot at WrestleMania. But now you got this whole thing of Sami has like a year's worth of story going into his title match with Reigns at Elimination Chamber, and people are actually kind of wanting him to be the one to beat. I mean, not as much as Cody, but I think for story it'd be nice to see. I don't know. It's kind of like a tough spot because there's almost like the thing where it's like, do you just do Cody versus Reigns at WrestleMania and then have Cody somehow interfere and cost Reigns, or do you give Cody the clean victory, which would most likely be more effective? Or do you have Zayn beat Reigns at WrestleMania and then Cody beat Zayn, or have Zayn beat Reigns at Elimination Chamber, then have Cody beat Zayn at WrestleMania? So it's kind of a weird spot that WWE's put themselves in. Anyway, moving on to Raw and SmackDown. Ooh. Damian Priest beat Angelo Dawkins to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. Dexter Lumis beat Baron Corbin. Afterwards, in the backstage segment, JBL basically was like disowned Baron Corbin. Basically, they ended that whole partnership, which I don't think anyone really cared about. I mean, it obviously didn't help. I mean, I think Corbin's lost just as much as he was beforehand, so hopefully this means that he'll be returning to either the Lone Wolf gimmick or something else. I think that's like the 5th time I fit that move. Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar got into a brawl, which ended with Lesnar standing tall. Boom. Carmella beat Mia Yim, Candice LeRae, and Piper Niven to qualify for the Elimination Chamber, which Superplex. It's weird that they had Carmella win because I don't know. It seems like she's like, I mean, you know, she's not winning, so it's like, why fill a spot with someone that you already know going in is not going to be the one who wins, when you can do someone like Candice LeRae, who, you know, WWE seemingly wants to push recently. But why don't you just do that with her, someone who, you know, could be a dark horse or a genuine, like, possible winner. And, you know, Carmella's neither one of those, so yeah, I don't know what their plan is with having Carmella in there. Instead, besides, you know, just being an extra body. Ow. Ooh. Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin beat Chad Gable and Otis. Asuka beat Chelsea Green in like a minute, less than a minute. It was basically an intentional squash. Squash match. They even like acknowledged that Adam Pearce put Green in that match as basically as a punishment. Probably the main talking point of the night was a promo between Cody Rhodes and Paul Heyman. They went for about 10 minutes, and yeah, it was worth every one. They pulled it all out, going from like near tears to probably one of the most savage like disses WWE's done in a few years. With Heyman bringing up Dusty a couple times. And yeah, that might be the promo of the year already. I mean, I know we're only like rolling in February, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that was like a big contender for promo of the year. Montez Ford beat Elias to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. Once again, I don't really get why for having a tag team guy that qualify for Elimination Chamber when, you know, they have a single star in Elias who, you know, again, people have been kind of vying for wanting him to hold a championship. Maybe not super recently, but, you know, there was a time when he was like one of the most over acts in wrestling, especially WWE. But we'll see. Oh. Main event of the night was Bayley versus Becky Lynch in the steel cage match. A match that was supposed to happen at the 30th anniversary of Raw show, but never did. The two of them started the match, and after a bit, Dakota Kai and Io Sky ran down to try to interfere. This led to Lita returning, running down and taking out Kai and Sky before helping Lynch get the win over Bayley. So I guess redheads unite. Apparently. But something that people brought up as basically as soon as this happened is like how just under a year ago, Lita and Becky Lynch were like feuding and were having a match against each other. Now they're best friends. I don't know, it's weird. Moving on to SmackDown, Drew McIntyre and Sheamus beat Hit Row, which doesn't really, I don't know. it obviously wasn't a match meant to basically highlight Hit Row. It was more about hyping up the feud against with Drew and Sheamus against the Viking Raiders. Oh no, you don't. Boom. Lacey Evans beat Carmen Harris. One of the big stories of the night revolved around the Usos and their title match against Braun Strowman and Ricochet. Basically, Jey Uso had not contacted Jimmy for about a week. And, you know, Jimmy's now worried that he's going to have to defend the tag titles by himself against a former WWE champion and a, Intercontinental and U.S. champion in Ricochet. He did int as disaster kick. As Jay basically showed up at the last minute. Jay and Jimmy were able to actually successfully work together and successfully retain the tag titles to continue their record-breaking reign. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez beat Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. Ow. And in the main event, Madcap Moss beat Rey Mysterio, Karrion Kross, and Santos Escobar to get a shot at Gunther's Intercontinental title, who this past week actually broke the record for longest reigning Intercontinental Championship reign of the 21st century. I believe the only person who's held it longer at this point is the Honky Tonk Man, who still holds the record for longest Intercontinental Championship reign of all time. This has people actually saying that, hey, I wouldn't mind if Gunther broke the record and, set a new one. I have no problem with that whatsoever. So it'll be interesting to see if WWE actually goes through with that. Ow. I went for my finisher. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, you don't. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I thought I was going for like Blue Thunder Bomb. Oh. Alright. Let's finish this. And yeah, this is most likely what it's going to look like, with Cody being the one to, instead of Sami, to be the one to beat Reigns, which is the right choice in my opinion. I mean, Zayn's definitely going to become the most over character. I mean, he already pretty much is, I think. He is the most over babyface right now in WWE, so we'll see if that ends up resulting in a championship win or not, but that's something we'll see down the road. Hey, look who it is! That's actually a hilarious coincidence that Jey Uso is the one who runs out. That's funny that he's the one who does the run-in. That's really funny. I guess Jay isn't anti-Reigns anymore. Who knows? Is this what we'll see at Elimination Chamber? Is Jay gonna actually help Reigns, or... Oh no. Spoilers! Alright, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make videos all the time. Stay tuned for next week's Versus, and next week where we start a new series. We finished up Lego Batman 2 earlier today. So, moving on. Most likely going to be Injustice, but we'll find out for sure next week. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Guy01, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, signing out. Bye, guys.